Samsung back at it again with the balloons.
Normally, I don't do voiceovers for my videos. It's usually live and unscripted, but this time I barely spoke in these clips, since it's pretty awkward, I'm sure. I have to overlay my own points on top of these clips, so yeah, just getting that out of the way. Back to the Galaxy S26 lineup. This year we got 4 colors and 3 models. Color-wise, Cobalt Violet, the flagship hero color, Sky Blue, Black, and White, which this time are persistent across the entire Galaxy S26 lineup, though there are 2 extra colors that are, well, Samsung.com exclusive. Auto-wise, we have the usual Galaxy S26 base, Galaxy S26 Plus, and the Galaxy S26 Ultra. However, well, there isn't a Galaxy S26 Edge for some reason. It seems like the idea either was killed off or just delayed, really. Price-wise, everything seems to be unchanged from last year, as the phones still cost the same by their starting prices, even though we are in a RAM crisis as of like 2025 till recording. However, we still have the 16GB variant as part of the 1TB storage configurations, just like the S25 Ultra, and a yearly bump up to the Snapdragon chips. Nothing too special here. Now onto the hardware, we have many things to cover, the well-known facts and some oddities. Let's start off with the privacy display. Samsung's current lineup added a feature that no other phone maker has attempted, integrating a privacy screen protector into your display. While the idea is kind of neat, it has caused some community stir-ups, like effective viewing angles, with the feature turned off obviously, lower quality and contrast, though with the bonus that it can apply this filter to only certain pixels that it needs to, such as notifications, which in person actually can look very trippy once you see it for the first time. Besides the privacy aspect, the display basically remained unchanged. We really only got a 400 nit bump up from the S25 Ultra, going from 8 bits to 10 bits, meaning shades of color look a lot more smoother than its previous 8-bit counterpart, and now we're using the technology of Samsung's own smart TVs, ProScaler. While I don't have a recording to compare it against, the idea seems interesting enough, and how reviews play it out actually seems like it could be pretty good. The S Pen is also a small point of interest. While it hasn't changed from the S25 series, they still have chosen to keep the idea of not providing Bluetooth support. But this time it kind of makes sense, as the S Pen is, well, physically smaller. Yes, you can't fit an S24 Ultra's S Pen to an S26 Ultra, and now the mental end bit requires you to fit it one way. If you put it the wrong way, it looks a bit weird. However, its core functionality from the old days before the Bluetooth days, well, still remains to this day. It's possible that Samsung may just keep it that way, or who knows, we may end up going back to the S21 where the S Pen was an optional accessory. Who knows? Build quality is also kind of a bit of an odd situation. Seems like Samsung's following Apple's footsteps again, from going back from titanium back to aluminum. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense why, but with aluminum they do distribute heat better, but really that's about it. Cameras aren't much to write home about. I couldn't test them due to the lack of low-light conditions. However, a wider aperture is now available for better low-light photos, and well, from what I've heard, small improvements to ultra-wide, a different coating on the camera glass to reduce lens flare, and now a very neat feature for people who want a better cinematography experience, the horizontal lock, which looks a bit trippy when you first try it out. Battery experience hasn't changed much. We still have the 5000 mAh thing that Samsung's been doing for many generations. However, it now supports 60 watt charging instead of 45 watt. We can do 70% in 30 minutes. Rumor also has it that there's now AirDrop support, just like same thing from the Google Pixel 10. In conclusion, the S26 Ultra is basically just an incremental upgrade, really, which for me as an S24 Ultra user makes no sense to just jump ship, though the privacy display is kind of enticing, I have to admit. But it seems like Samsung is playing things a bit too safely. I do miss the era of Samsung that's innovated or tried new things, but really? I also like to note that, well, a lot of the features they showed on Galaxy Impact are actually likely going to be just part of One UI 8.5 or One UI 9. So for us to have it in S25, S24, S23, we actually may get some of these features from the S26, which is neat, I guess. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.